Here's the pitch, and that one there is ripped by Cingrani. It's stopped by the shortstop. Flips to second. They get the out on Rengifo, and then the relay to first base was late trying to get Theis the batter, so he avoids being doubled up right there. That was a vicious smash that Cingrani hit the deck out there at the mound, but they got an out on the play at second base.
Notice how the contact by Matt Theis up the middle. This time an outstanding play by the shortstop. Castro almost completing two, spinning clockwise to be able to at least feed the ball to the second baseman.
Cingrani, as he was dodging that ball back to the mound, it actually got a little piece of him, so it'll go as a 1-6-4 ground out. Castro's been up twice with 2 strikeouts today, and this one is hit through the left side of the infield. That's an RBI hit. 1 run scores. Another is being waved home. They score 2 on that one, and the lead grows for the Dodgers on that RBI hit by Castro. It's now a 5-2 ball game.
This pretty much serves him to advantage hitter because Garcia having to throw strikes perhaps are not the best quality strikes now that he has to go out there and hit the zone. And for a hitter, that is music to his ears, knowing that as hard as he throws, he's got to sometimes amp it down with the slider or with the fastball just to get it in the zone.
Here's the 1-2 on Mike Trout. Breaking ball, and that one freezes him, struck him out looking. Trout shakes his head as he heads back to the dugout, but called out on.
Kike Hernandez drives one toward the right field corner and deep, and that ball's going to hit the base of the wall. It short hops it. Bellinger comes in to score. Freeze, rather. Freeze comes in to score, beg your pardon. And Hernandez into second base with a 2-out run scoring double.
Well, better at bat by Kike Hernandez, and knowing that with that runner at third base, put the ball into play. He went with the pitch. For Hernandez, it's a little surprising the power that he has, even to the opposite field.
Swing and a miss, and Naquin is out on strikes. So Richo gets his first strikeout, and there's 1 down.
Play Major League Baseball.
Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And he's got his second strikeout of the night. 2-2. And strike 3 call. We'll pick that up in the bottom of the unit. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss at the off-speed curveball. That is a curveball that Rich just took something off of. And way out in front was Bowers, and he strikes out. Well, 4 strikeouts for Hill.
Agency or make some big trades, but when you win 6 division titles in a row, it comes from everywhere. As Rios swings, it's a high, deep drive out to right. This one's carrying. Garcia back. He leaps. It is gone. Off the facing of the Charo Lodge and then back onto the field. A solo home run to right for Edwin Rios. 8-2 Dodgers. So there's one of those prospects. Rios, 1-1 pitch, swing, ground ball. That is inside the third base bag and down the left field line. Over to play it in front of the warning track, Solarte. Turner has scored. Bellinger to third, and he's going to be held there. Into second, Chris Taylor. An RBI double. The Dodgers do indeed cash in on Dyson's wildness.
Kershaw going beyond 120 feet today. What update can you give us about your race?
I was on the backfields watching some of our young guys, and I got a good report from Rick Honeycutt. Said that he got up to about 150 and just another positive day. Just no pain, no discomfort in the arm. So I think that for us, it doesn't really add clarity to when he, when he's going to pitch again. But I think that it's a positive for us. He did get on the mound and have a catcher down and threw about 12, 15 pitches. So that was a good thing as well.
Oh, that's great to hear. Didn't realize he was already getting on a mound and throwing to somebody there on the other end. Walker Buehler did have that bullpen session yesterday that you mentioned. Live BP coming up. What's next for him?
So, Walker is a perfectionist. And so with my eyes, I thought he was really good. And talking to him, the health was there. But he's always striving for perfection. So I thought the bullpen was good. And then I think Sunday Saturday or Sunday he'll face some hitters, and he'll probably have 2 sessions of live with hitters, and then we'll get him into a game.
You likely think in a game maybe end of next week?
I think that's fair. Walker, if it was up to him, it'd be sooner than later, but we're trying to be prudent.
Corey Seager still dealing with a bit of illness. What do you anticipate from him coming in the coming days?
I think that Corey, where he's at, it's not a bad thing as far as him getting a couple days away from the ballpark and just kind of laying back, recovering, obviously, with the health, because he's been going hard for many months up to this point. So once we get him back, he said that physically, outside of the illness, he's in a great place.
Great to know it's not hip or elbow related. Thank you, Dave.
Thanks, Alana.
Dave, what are you seeing from Rich Hill? Another efficient outing from him. Had the 4 punch-outs, the 3 hits, but he seemed to think that everything was coming out of his hand well.
I thought he had a good night. The ball was good. The ball coming out of his hand, like you had mentioned. I think that this spring he's just really got command of his delivery. There's life to the fastball. His breaking ball has the shape that we want. Gave up that early double, but outside of that, I mean, he looked really sharp.
What has impressed you so far in the 2 spring outings that you've seen from Kenley?
Well, it's just good to get Kenley back in some type of rhythm. Last year he was kind of with the groin last year, and right now he's healthy, looks great, and he's been working on some things with Mark Pryor and Rick Honeycutt. But the cutter that his bread and butter has the life, has that late cut, that life to it, and he just really seems synced up. So to get him some consistent outings, I think is a good thing.
Are you starting to see your offense shape up a bit as far as their timing, their rhythm, the quality of at-bats that you expect to see?
We are, and this week we're going to start getting these guys going back-to-back. We got some other guys playing back-to-back tomorrow in Tempe. I think the at-bat quality from our starters is good. Clevenger, that guy that started for them, has got a really good arm. Yeah, and the other guys coming off the bench, it's hard to come off the bench cold and put some at-bats together, but I think our core guys are really putting some good at-bats together.
Earlier today, it looked like Joe Kelly was listed to perhaps come into the game. He didn't today. Was there anything going on with him?
No, Joe's fine. We just pushed him back an extra day to get an extra day of rest, and he'll be back in there tomorrow.
Sounds good. Thanks, Dave.
All right, thanks, Lon.
All right, guys. Dave, with Russell Martin, he said he was going to get some swings in today, first time in a while. When do you anticipate him being ready to go?
It's kind of a day-to-day thing, and depending on how Russell feels, the training staff, whether we get him in a game on the side to get some at-bats on the other side, just jump him right in and DH, or just kind of throw him in the fire. I don't know, but today we'll know more after he takes swings.
Position players don't need as much time as pitchers, right? I mean, are you feeling comfortable with where you're at with that?
I think so, and Russell, as a veteran player, knows exactly what he needs to get ready. So, to even have a week down, I don't think it's going to impact him too much.
Clayton was just in there throwing pretty hard against the wall. What's the latest on him?
He's going to play catch again. Came in yesterday and just played catch with Rich and feels really good where he's at. So we're going to continue to stretch him out, and he's throwing every day. So that's a good thing. And when he gets on the mound, we'll know more each day. Don't have a day right now, but just with Clayton and talking to him feels good.
No, you don't have a day, but at what point, we talked about it a little bit the other day, at what point in the spring do you need to say, okay, we know that you're definitely not ready for opening day and move in a different direction?
I don't think that we've made that decision yet, and I know that Honey has mapped out kind of where we need to be. So right now I don't think we're ready to make that decision. We're just right now kind of a day-to-day with Clayton and trying to keep him in a positive state of mind.
At what point do you start cleaning out the locker room a little bit, paring down, and having more of a focus on who you're moving forward with?
I think here in the coming this week, I think that we're going to start sending some guys over on the other side and try to get this group a little bit tighter. Position players, we're going to start stretching out, going back-to-back. Starters, we're going to start stretching out as well. So I think that in the next couple, 2-3 days, I think we're going to thin the room out.
Is the distance increasing as far as the catch that Kershaw's playing right now?
It is. Well, the distance is increasing a little bit, and most importantly, the intensity. And so for him to ramp up that intensity and to recover the next day and still feel good, that's a good thing for us.
As far as Walker Buehler, is there a date set on when he may throw to hitters back here?
So Walker's going to throw another BP session. I think it's today. And then in a couple, 2-3 days after that, probably 3 days after that, then he'll probably do a live with hitters.
Are you still planning on Corey for a minor league game tomorrow?
Right now, not sure. He had a little kind of sickness right now that he kind of got a little bug, so he's at home right now. So just kind of resting. So I would say probably not.
So no elbow or hip?
No.
Nothing?
It's just more of just kind of something in the spring that he's dealing with.
Ross, 3 innings of work today, another bit of work in the pen. What do you take away from today's outing?
Yeah, today was kind of one of those ones where one inning I had command and my stuff wasn't good, and then the next inning I had my stuff was there and my command was bad. So kind of like that first one where you're kind of going out there and having to feel for some stuff. So good to get one like that under your belt. I feel like I did some good things. They hit some balls hard, but, I was able to take some things away from that outing today that can build off of moving forward.
Such as?
Just threw some good two seams, which there's something I'm going to try and mix in this year. Threw some good curveballs. Was able to get my fastball to my glove side, and then the next inning was total opposite. So trying to scuffle and get guys out when your stuff's not right, and then the third inning was able to put it together and have a clean inning. And even though Trout hit it probably 110 miles an hour, I was able to get him out. So you'll always take that.
Yeah, that guy hits pretty hard, but it's not just you, so don't take it personally.
Yeah.
Why more of a focus on the two seam this year?
Well, if Chase Utley was here, he'd be really mad at me for telling you my secrets. Essentially, I just need something to get righties off the plate. I throw a lot of things to my glove side. Both my breaking balls go, right to left, so away from a righty. So just, if you start watching righties in their approach against me, they probably look middle away. So a two-seam can kind of just be something to run it in there to get them off the plate so that they're not just sitting on my other stuff.
I won't tell Chase that you're sharing your secrets. I promise you. No, he'll find out somehow, but it won't come from me. Okay. Ross, how are you handling the ambiguity of your role, embracing that?
Well, it's just kind of more of the same. I think 3 years ago, 2 years ago, even last year, it probably took a toll on me more than this year. But I think now that I've kind of been there, done that, and I just knew that that's what it was going to be again this year, that you just kind of accept it. And you know that, Andrew loves having guys with versatility like a Kike and a Chris Taylor. So if I can be his version of that on the pitching staff, I know that he values that. So, you try not to worry about it, and you just focus on, whenever it is that they give you the baseball, you're going to get guys out, and that's the way it's going to be.
And they have already said that barring anybody in the starting five is on the DL for the opening day game, that you could very well make that rotation. How are you approaching that?
Well, today was a good step in that direction. Built up technically through a fourth inning in the bullpen. So, really kind of one more outing, try and get to 5, and you're basically there. So, be ready to make a start if that's what's needed. Obviously, Julio's looked great, and then you got other guys being built up, Ferguson, Brock Stewart, myself. So we know that, the starting 5 of the year almost never ends, that starting 5, just because of injuries and whatnot. So, we got a lot of guys ready, and if I'm the first one up, then great. I'll be ready to go and just kind of look at what I was able to do in the first half last year and try and build off that.
The work ethic and professionalism is admirable. Thank you, Ross.
Thank you.